Here's an update for week 8. I was out at the Cisco convention, thought I had enough water in the system to keep it going while I was gone, and that didn't work out. System actually was down 25 gallons is what I filled it for the essentially 6 days that I was gone. So a couple of the plants it looks like I'm going to lose because they just basically didn't have enough water and they're kind of dying off. Also, we had a big violent thunderstorm. It which I'll show you in a bit. It dropped the trellis off of the tomatoes over there, and when it came down it actually snapped one of the tomato plants, so it's currently topped. I think the suckers will take off, but anyways, I got some problems that you'll see here in a minute. So here's a quick recap. Things have changed. The cilantro, this is what, 2 weeks, and this thing's already growing out of control, out of the level of the mesh, and it looks like it's flowering, so I got to research what's going on there. But some of it's dying here. I don't know if it's because it's wilt or if it's colliding with the netting from the storms. The lettuce, again, I still can't keep up. You can see it literally pushing the netting up, trying to keep growing. I'm going to really cut it back today, try and harvest off some to take to work. But my lessons learned is I need less lettuce. Strawberries. I noticed strawberries are sending off some runners. You can see right there. So I'm going to try and transplant some of the runners on here, but a couple of the plants were really taking off. Some of them were doing really well. I'm attributing it to, I think, the water levels. I may have cut off some of the plants on their water level, so I think they want more water, more of the nutrient film. So I raised the level back up and they seem to be doing better. Here are the green onions. If you don't remember, last week I put those in. So if you look at this, literally we got 6 inches of growth in 1 week. Here's another example. And talk about a great $1 investment. You get $1, you got about 20 clumps. I put 5 or 6 in each one of these, and they are just taking off. This one I moved. He was on the low water level side. Now I put him on the high level side. I think he's going to do a lot better. Okay, spinach, as we talked about. Once it goes to seed, you definitely got to harvest as much of the spinach as you can because it will die off. And you can clearly see that's exactly what's happening. You're going to notice a couple of the pepper plants, like this one, basically is dead and wilted because it couldn't survive that basically drought that I put it through. Plus the windstorm, I think, really messed up the top of it. I'm going to leave it in for a week, see if it takes off. If not, I assume that I've got either root or wilt damage of some sort. Some of these plants, like this one, they're just really taking off. Lots of peppers on here. You'll see that in the notes. Here's the other side of the NFT up top. So this is the Patio Tomato. Really doing well. It had some wilt damage from being running out of fluid while I was gone on vacation, but it's bounced back really quickly. You can see back there that pepper plant is doing really well. Lots of it. You can see some of these didn't survive the wilt, so I may have to take those off and pull off the peppers and see if those things will rebound. Beans are doing good, or I mean peas. Again, I still don't understand why the mass of it's bigger at the top and it has such a really small size of the root at the bottom. What's new this week is a couple of them branched off down at the bottom, and then what I topped off of the top of this, because I don't want it to grow outside of my screen, I replanted in right behind this green cup to see if that'll take. I think it will, but I'm going to give that a try. The cherry tomatoes, if you can see this, are starting to turn. I think you can see one back in there. Probably going to harvest in the next day or two. Got a couple of them turning. This is the Super Sweet 100. It's got lots and lots of of these plants, tomatoes coming in. Good fruit. It's still flowering, which is good. This is the Better Boy. Better Boy's looking good. Nice size tomatoes in there. The Early Girl, if you can see that plant right back in there, looks like it's got a split in the top of it, but it looks like it's starting to turn, so maybe in a week this one's going to be ready as well. Height-wise, these are doing good. I told you that this one right here basically got topped when this whole upper structure for the strings fell down and it basically snapped that vine. Here's the other Husky Red. Got some good tomatoes coming in there. And then the beans, all the beans is starting to flower. So see if I can zoom in there. You can start to see some of the white flowers. That's looking good.